He had a Foosh soul.
My my mom was supposed to come help with patching up my knee, but she didn't. She fell asleep, so I fell asleep.
Oh.
What happened to your knee?
Probably the same thing that happened to his elbow.
Yep.
He had a Foosh. He had a Foosh.
He fell off his scooter, so he fucked his elbow, and probably in turn fucked his knee. Remember
my knee's
Josh,
not as bad.
I don't know if you were around when Wade fucked his elbow.
Yes.
When he fucking was eating a pie on his skateboard. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, fuck his elbow.
I was not that idiotic.
No.
I promise you that.
This is why you don't ride scooters.
That's why I should learn to roll.
And Sol, this wouldn't have happened if you're at work.
I was going to work.
Oh.
I still agree with him. If you were at work, you wouldn't have been on your scooter.
Yeah, exactly. See, like I'm not wrong.
I never made it to work.
F.
Alright, anyway, shall we?
Yes.
Alright, let's put that one on. So, last time you guys spoke to Dawn and the Asima lady, and you learned how she got to the Endless Maze. She was sent by Pelor to Avernus to bring balance to the Blood War, because Bell is winning by a wide margin. And then she was captured by Baphomet's forces, and they were all sacrificed to make Erekus, and the Erekus that followed. You proceeded up the next few levels of the Tower of Science, and eventually found the communications jamming device, Afrolt, the Mind Flayer friend you had. Remained in the rear to take care of a large group of enemies and buy you some time. These enemies had taken out the Iron Golem and were on their way up. After a brief combat, you killed all the enemies guarding the device, except for one Arcanolith who bamfed away. You then destroyed the device, and all those communications that were being blocked were suddenly not being blocked. Afrolt then got your help to destroy the outer wall of the tower. As you said, his collective was on the way with a quote-unquote distraction. 5 Nautiloids teleported in with a lured, chained astral dreadnought, which began wreaking havoc on everything in the Endless Maze. Afrolt made his farewells and boarded the Nautiloid, offering to repay you all with a favor as for doing this favor for his collective. They teleported out and left the Astral Dreadnought in the Endless Maze. Currently, it is battling in the skies, and it's absolute carnage out there. Meanwhile, Dawn communicated with Pelor and was apparently told by Pelor that she had failed, and that any more failure would not be tolerated. You proceeded up the next few levels of the tower, as Afrolt had left a wall of force on the stairway where all those enemies were coming up from below, blocking their path from getting up. You have a few minutes until that drops, so you have a bit of a head start on them. You proceed up a few more levels, and as you proceed up a few more levels, you find a laboratory with windows allowing you to see in. Inside the laboratory are a handful of demons and cultists that are milling about around the large, unmoving body of Yinogu, hanging via chains from a scaffold, with hundreds of massive iron spikes put into its body, very similar to Pain from Naruto, as a means of potential animation. And that's where we are. You are all standing by the window of this laboratory and see Yinogu's unmoving body. This level, by the way, is named the Resurrection level.
And you said there were a bunch of wormy boys, right?
Yes, there are 2 Wormy Boys, there are 8 cultists, and 12 bugbears. And the Wormy Boys are sort of directing the bugbears and the cultists on where to put the next iron spikes.
We have to stop this, right? Like,
The
Like, this
Inogi
is-
thing?
this isn't something we can just pretend we didn't see, right?
Mm,
Sorry, there is another thing in the chamber you can see. You can also see a dozen glass-like pods to contain people or humanoids. Each of these pods contain a floating within the liquid knoll. Do will do.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What does Taikan do?
It's hard for us to deal with Yonogu. Yeah, one, with the way he's being held, and two, the fact that if there was anything that we should not touch here that would piss off Baphomet, it's probably that.
Rude.
Well, I think I'm about to piss off Baphomet.
I mean, we could pretend we didn't see it and just deal with it later.
The thing is, do you think that's a wise decision in the overall scheme of things, Taikan?
My conscience won't let me do anything else.
Conscience gets you killed.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But it'll get us killed, my
But the
guy.
thing is, we're also pretty tapped right now, and if we need to deal with this, and then Baphomet, as well as actually get our objective done, which is the more important thing.
Why not both?
We can't.
Do you think we have the ability to do both, even though I'm tapped on magic?
Yes.
Well,
You
Go
definitely
ahead.
overestimate us.
off you go. Make a great decision. Oh, powerful paladin, you.
I think
is
it's
time?
time to destroy.
Yeah, freaking. As
What
you
is-
can hear in Archie's voice, he is being sarcastic as fuck.
Oh yeah.
What does Taikan do?
So is it behind the door?
Yeah, so there's like a laboratory. The main floor of this level is the laboratory. There is one door, one large metal door that is currently closed.
All right. So
There are
remember
windows,
this-
but there are windows, but at a general glance, they aren't glass in the usual sense. It looks to be some amalgamation of a Wall of Force scenario mixed with a sequester type thing, keeping this chamber essentially separate from the rest of the Endless Maze.
wait. Hear me out. What if we could just disconnect them from reality and just shove them into a pocket dimension where they can't escape?
Can we do that?
Archie, you could probably do that if you fully understood your planar travel book.
I don't fully understand my planar travel book that I've been reading for like 2 months.
Yes. You're getting there, but
It's
You
not there
basically-
yet.
it would basically be a remix of the plane shift spell. Could probably make some impact on this.
Mm. I'm not quite there yet. In a couple levels, I'll be ready.
In A level, you'd be ready. Right, you're level 12.
Hey Matt,
Yes.
are we still getting chased? Still getting
You are.
chased, right?
You can hear the sound of people bashing on the Wall of Force, the echoes of that down below. For a bit of flavor, you can hear someone say, "Oh, my elbow!" It's like it's like
Why is Sol there?
yeah. No, it was more of a callback to Dragon Ball Z Bridge, like, "Ah, my other elbow."
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
It sounds like they're bashing on the wall of force. They aren't through. You have a few minutes head start on them.
I can't do anything yet. Literally, maybe in a while I could figure something out, but not now.
We can probably come back to it later.
This seems like a comeback to a later situation.
Dawn, as you're saying this, Dawn is just lost in her own thoughts, thinking. And she looks at you.
Well, at
Tyken.
least she's not listening to this conversation.
She's listening, but sort of thinking to herself as well. Says,
Yeah, let's get
She-
this on the way out.
she looks at you and says, "No, leave this here."
For now.
No, leave this here.
For now.
The blood war needs to be balanced. This could bring balance.
Well, that's not what I'm here for, so I'll take her word for it.
How come you're listening to her but not me?
She made a good point.
I didn't.
And Tyken, as she says that,
To be fair, you made a good point, but she did say about the blood war balance, and we all know about the blood war balance issue.
Tyken, and,
Yeah, the blood will
and
balance
Tyken-
issue is better than our lives.
and Tyken, as she says that, she steps between you and the door, and looks to be ready to fight for this, should it come to it.
Yeah, I don't feel like killing her today.
Anyway, personal pride aside, we need to get going.
Let's go.
Pride being my own.
All right. you
I'm hurt, Tyken, I'm hurt.
you continue
Okay,
upstairs.
There's a
so-
stranger over me. I thought we were
So-
friends.
In my defense, your only bargaining chip was our lives, and we're all living on borrowed time.
Oh my god. Okay.
But the blood war affects the multiverse.
And I'll point out as well, part of Charlie's faceplate is unfolded, and he's analyzing Yunogu.
Charlie's like, I'm gonna become Yunogu easy.
Charlie's analyzing this and then looks at you, Archie, and says, "We cannot take this, even at full strength."
We keep going.
Hmm.
Pretty simple.
Best to leave sleeping demons lie.
Yes,
He
indeed
says
that.
do you leave Yunogu's chamber and head upstairs?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. As you start to head upstairs, you head up one set of stairs, and as you head up these stairs, you hear the sound of roars and ethereal groans as the sound of that Astral Dreadnought battling and ripping and tearing is starting to get slightly louder. You head up another flight of stairs, and then you hear something from down below. Archie, make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. I need to open my sheet for that. I thought I already had it open, but I didn't.
So it's Archie because you have the glasses, which detect magic. Advantage on the spell because it's a wizard spell. They have advantage on the check because it's a wizard spell. Archie,
Wizard.
the weave warps slightly in a particular way One that you remember from your past life. The ripples of a disintegrate being let off.
Oh. That doesn't sound very safe.
The rest of you then hear the sound of cheers of success, and then the stampeding of Minotaur hooves on stairs down below. It seems they disintegrated their way through the wall after getting someone with disintegrate. What do you do, Archie? What do you do, Grip?
We gotta go.
The rest of you, the time shouldn't have been up yet, but it seems that Archie seems to be alert.
We gotta go. They just busted through the wall.
Okay, we gotta go.
Sounds
We
good to
gotta
me.
go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. As you begin moving faster and changing the music to something more fast paced,
Hell yeah.
more of a chase situation. As you move up level, they're chasing behind you, but they're a few levels behind, and you have a pretty solid head start. Alarms are starting to blare in the tower, like klaxon alarms going bing, bing, bing. You round up one set of stairs to a level, and you see 4 cultists running at you. What do you do?
Run.
Run through them
Yes.
as you cut them down if you wish.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
cultists, it's fine.
We have a Tycan.
Yes, it's not enough to threaten you, so it's fine. But you sort of, you cut through 3 cultists, a Minotaur, 2 cultists, another Minotaur, a Bulgura, just carve through it as you make your way up the stairs.
Monkey.
The roars of the Astral Dreadnought outside get louder, and as you're going up one set of stairs, suddenly the roars of the Astral Dreadnought get extremely loud. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws as you're making your way up the stairs, as the entire tower shakes.
Can you make that for me, Matt? I am making my food still.
You're a food.
I am. I need it. I'm fucking starving, dude.
I love being a paladin. I have a -1.
I'm great
but I
at
rolled a
these.
21.
I
Yeah, but I'm great at this.
I rolled a
you are within-
27.
You're all within Tychon's aura, just so you know.
I'm great at this.
Oh, where's my dice? Dawn is fine, and Charlie is fine. Archie,
Hello.
the whole tower, literally shakes violently while you're halfway up the stairs.
Yeah.
Archie, you fall backwards and take 8 points of damage.
Can you take that from me?
Again,
Ow.
I'll take that off there, which will put you at 74. Puts you at...
You're not supposed to be screaming out. That's my job.
Ow.
Where's Archie?
I'm not in pain right now, so I'm not saying ow.
Just a
Ow.
question. Is that 15 out of 16? Is that your 10 hit points?
10 hit points?
Is that what that is in your token?
Probably. That's my guess.
I'll take it out of that instead.
It's in
No,
the
it's-
red bar.
Yes, it's in the red bar, yes.
Yes, that it is.
I'll take it out of 10%. Cool. This whole tower shakes violently, and Archie falls down a flight of stairs.
Scarlet will go back for him.
Go back for him and grab him and begin to run up. As you grab him, Scarlet, looking down, you can see down just one level below a swarm of armored minotaurs, several of those worm mages, uncountable number of cultists that are just like swarming up the stairs.
Yeah, She puts Archie in front of him.
Too old for this shit.
In front of me. Once he starts running again, she starts running again, but she keeps pace with him.
Yep. And Dawn, by the way, is keeping pace with you all easily. As you all make your way up, these enemies are chasing. You get up to the next level, and you see why the tower shook so hard. As you see what would have once been some laboratory for some sort of research. The entire wall of the tower has been ripped away. The laboratory almost swept clean, and there are bodies of demon and cultists alike scattered about. As you see, this is where the claw of the Astral Dreadnought has basically hit the tower and ripped through it. There's no one alive in the chamber.
Well, that makes our
Dreadnought
job easier.
has been slammed into the tower either by its own volition or by some other things going into it. You can see out into the expanse through the hole in the wall. The Astral Dreadnought has 3 probably 50-foot long iron spikes sticking out of its body, and it's rampaging and taking a lot of damage. You hear, by the way, as you're running and all this chaos is happening, you hear the sound of Bran and Ariana talking over the telepathic link. Communicating because they're currently battling the Balor. You hear Bran say, "No!" and Ariana say, "He's gone! Keep fighting! Take out its legs!" And they're sort of communicating, and you can see blasts of fire in the distance from the city area where this Balor is. They're currently fighting the Balor right now. You continue up past this destroyed lab, up the stairs to the next level, and see that this lab has also been ripped apart by the Astral Dreadnought, which is now moving away. The sound of footsteps behind you are getting closer. But you believe you are approaching the top.
Pardon?
You believe you're approaching the top. They are closing in behind you.
I don't really have the resources to do anything about that. And
I will. Oh fuck! Hold on. I don't think I will. Hold on. Okay.
no, I don't think so.
Wrong spell.
Mhm.
I thought it was a different spell. Okay, I won't do anything except run.
Okay, as you're running, they are closing in, and as you go up a few more levels, past where the Astral Dreadnought has ripped aside the tower, as you're running, who's in the back of the group? I need to ask.
That'd be Scarlet.
Cool. Scarlet, I need you to make me 2 dexterity saving throws, please.
Sure. I'm assuming with Aura.
Yes, you'll need Tyken. sort of in a
19
group,
and
yep.
27.
Cool. As you're running up the stairs, Scarlet, you're rounding the corner.
I'd like to know.
Yep.
My first 3 rolls have had 20s in them.
Yep. Scarlet's cheating. Saul's cheating.
I think the world is giving pity on me for my injury.
gonna
No,
say, I
because
blame Zelda.
you didn't roll 128, which is what you need for the save in a D&D Dragon game.
No, it's a DC 170.
Good.
Because big numbers make the game fun.
Yes. Scarlet, as you're running up the stairs behind the group, you hear the sound of chanting from behind you, and just literally the bottom of the stairs where you just left, 2 cultists have rounded the corner and both cast Sacred Flame at you. You managed to dodge. as little blasts of black fire right behind you. They are literally hot on your heels.
Mm-hmm.
You keep running.
Yep.
Okay. You keep running up. Dawn looks at you all as you're running and says, "They're going to catch us. How important is this device at the top?"
It's the reason why we're here.
I'll buy you time then.
Okay.
As you say that, Archie, because you're to take magic glasses,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the flow of Key running through Dawn.
Yep.
When you rescued her, she was probably about 50% strength. You can see she is tapped.
Yep.
Do you say anything to her?
You're not even at full strength. You think you can really hold all of them?
As you're still running, as you say that, she says, "There is one technique that he taught me.
Hmm.
It's dangerous, but I think I can do it."
I don't do well with thinks. I do well with do's.
I know I can do it.
There you go.
And Archie loves doo-doos.
She turns and stops on the stairs, and you watch Archie as she puts her hands together and focuses as the rest of you run past her. And as she focuses Archie, you watch as she's out of key, but then there's a white flame that only you see because of magic burns from her core outwards, and she immediately doubles over in pain. She takes 2 points of exhaustion and gets some key points back.
That's a new one. Wonder who taught them that. You're gonna have to tell me about that when we get back.
You make it out of this? Sure.
Oh, I deal with guarantees. We're making it out of this.
She's still in pain, but then she gets up and says, "It's fine. I've acclimated to this now." And then she focuses all that key into radiant consumption, puts her hands together much like a Kamehameha, and blasts a golden light Kamehameha wave down the stairs, just literally turning a bunch of cultists to ash.
Why is this woman like a fusion between Vegeta and Goku?
She's a salad.
She's definitely a vegetable.
She starts blasting key blast with her radiant consumption and powering them. You hear the screams of cultists burning and disintegrating behind you. Continuing up,
Indeed.
she calls out, "I'll be right behind you." Keeps blasting.
Right, yeah. So anyway,
Round-
I started blasting.
You round 2 more sets of stairs, going up. The roars of the astronaut beginning to fade. And you get to the top of this set of stairs, and there's no more stairs. There's no more hallways. There is instead one large, double, black iron door with a sign on the top saying "The Lookout." It's in Abyssal, so only you can read it.
The lookout, huh?
I think there's a toilet in there.
Oh my god.
It'd be a good spot for a toilet.
Well, this is probably where we need to go.
Are you busting?
Yes.
I see.
You said doo-doo and it just triggered something in me.
You get to the. You can still hear the sound of Dawn blasting down below.
Alright. I want to go inside.
Okay. How do you get inside? The door is currently closed.
I try to open the door.
Cool. As you get to the door and go to, it looks to be a push door, and as you go to, just as your hand touches the door, it opens by itself.
I was getting
Yeah.
ready to try and open the door myself too.
With my
This-
sword tee.
This entire level gives off a dull red glow. Sorry, I'm just loading a thing. Also doing, so you're back at your desk?
Yes.
I will close your sheet then. Here we go. The room glows with a dull red glow. You see a fairly large chamber, which takes up the entire top level of the tower. You've entered from a door which is just top of screen right here. There are metal scaffolding running around the outside of the chamber over this red liquid, which you immediately recognize is the water from the river Styx.
Oh boy.
You see a massive device, Boop, in the center of the chamber, which is absolutely recognizable as one of the portal devices. In the chamber, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those worm mages. You see 1, 2 Ultraloth that are currently working around the device. And at the back side, at the far side of the chamber, standing at a large window, the window you saw from the base of the tower, looking outside, back to you, arms crossed, looking outside the window.
I recognize him.
Fuck. Shit.
Baphomet's gaze is firmly outside the window on the astral dreadnought, which you see is roaring in pain as more iron spikes are launched into it before it finally lets out one final scream, psychic scream, before collapsing and destroying part of the maze as astral dreadnought is slain.
That's a lot of XP.
What do you all do? As all the mages in the room look at you.
We have to destroy the thing in the middle, right?
Yes.
Yes. We need to destroy the thing in the middle and leave.
God, no fucking smells like. Oh man. What to do? What to do? Well, Tarkin's on demolish duty. He's the one with a sword designed for this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
But is he just gonna let us do it? He's right there.
Well, I'm gonna find out.
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to reason with him.
I guess we're about to fuck about and find out. Oh shit.
We need to destroy it either way.
Are we gonna take the opportunity to attack it like immediately?
But I will say this little like wall here is about 3 feet high. It's sort of a little dividing wall, so that you can
That's like
see
from
over
the
it.
floor to my shin.
Yeah, so you can see over it, and these guys in here can see you, and they do look from the like there's a computer here. They're looking up from their panels, and they see you all enter.
Well,
If we're not gonna talk and we're just gonna go straight into fight, I'm gonna fucking magic missile the middle thing.
I'm going to start my radiant consumptionations.
Cool. As you will begin to prepare yourself, Scarlet, you draw your sword ready to do the thing. Baphomet speaks up. Says, I thought you would come here. And it's telepathic in your minds.
We needed to.
I really wish you weren't here.
You know why we're here.
You're here to destroy this portal device.
Correct.
To block my path to the material plane.
Correct.
Turns and starts walking.
Why did you ally yourself with Bell?
He steps up to here. Surprise, he isn't attacking. Gesturing at Tycane.
Oh, trust me, he wants to. He's already attacked you 7 times in his mind.
His brain does have wrinkles, so he's capable of thought.
Hey, what that?
That being said, you know why we're here, and we needed to get rid of that portal because the portal is creating a disbalance everywhere at the moment.
This portal is bringing balance. Or so it should have. If that stubborn order would just get out of the way.
Are you going to be able to deal with Tiamat?
I have no intention of stepping on Tiamat's plans.
What if Tiamat starts trampling on your plans?
The material plane is just, and I'm changing music. The material plane is just a stepping stone.
Well, that's what Tiamat thought too. What say you if you get to the material plane and just Tiamat comes down and just sees you as an insect?
We don't intend to be there for long.
Why do you need to be there in the first place? You have your maze.
Baphomet looks back at all the
Amazing.
mages who are moving that beginning to prepare spells. Baphomet looks at them and
Yeah.
says, leave us. And they all bow and begin to move into groups. And the Ultraloths all cast a spell, and they all bamf out.
He's alone. I'm going for the knees.
As they've left, Baphomet looks at you and says, answer your question, why I've allied with Bell. I haven't.
Oh, thank God.
So you're using Bell's hell power in the River of Styx to get this portal done for your own means, and you've gone behind his back.
I'm taking that opportunity to do it.
Okay, yep. So he says, Bell is a snake. Has orchestrated his way to unbridled power in Avernus. Originally, we were fighting to get through Avernus to get to the material plane, but in my opinion, the material plane already belongs to Tiamat.
Not for long.
You think that, but Dragon Queen is in your realm. Her consorts are in your realm.
Not for long.
I don't like reiterating what I've said.
Of course you wouldn't. Archibald the Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please just destroy the device?
As
I mean-
you say that, you hear more telepathic communication from Ariana and Bran. You hear Bran say, "It's gonna go down. Everyone, get clear." And Ariana says, "No, I will see this through." And you hear one final effort from Ariana before, in the window behind Baphomet, you see a massive explosion. And suddenly, static, and the telepathic bond ends.
Well, there goes the Balor.
Baphomet sort of looks back slightly at that, seeming to have sensed that. And there goes the last of my pets.
Indeed.
We-
No, you still have one more.
We do apologize for that, but if it's any consolation, we did ignore the giant, what is it called? Knoll. Yeah, that's it. Knoll. Giant
Yeah,
knoll.
we decided to leave your arch nemesis where he was.
So if it's
That
any
is-
con,
That is appreciated.
can we please destroy the device?
Hey,
I could destroy this device for you, but then I sense your order's communication has been ended. I wonder how many of them would be stuck in my maze.
they know what they were signed up for.
And what about you?
I have my ways.
No doubt you do.
You know I do.
I didn't take much interest in the material plane until I saw all of you kill my Erekus.
And why are you so interested in the material in that plane now that we dealt with Arrakis?
I do my research on those who come in to my maze, those of interest. The time it took you to get here, I did my research on each of you. His gaze falls upon you, Scarlet. Scarlet Greylock. One of the greatest fighters to ever live.
Yes.
Tycan. You fascinate me.
Thank you.
I didn't think it was possible to instill such raw fear in one of Tiamat's consorts.
Thank you.
I did my best.
Hmm. Sanrea. I do wonder how you managed to slay Arkan the Cruel so effortlessly.
You me both.
It's at this point that, Archie, you notice that he's not just talking telepathically to you, it's a broadcast.
Yeah,
You're pretty sure Dawn probably heard that.
yeah,
Just, you know.
yep. That's what
Um,
the hell is done.
He then looks at you and says, "And Archibald the Destroyer." I could use that intellect.
A lot of people want to use my intellect. But luckily for me, I get to pick and choose who does.
suppose you choose here. This Tower of Science could offer you a great many things, and you could offer it a great many things.
Fortunately, my knowledge is fully occupied dealing with a multiple-headed chromatic god.
Then looks at Charlie. And that is a most curious construct. Netherese. Charlie puts his little force shield up. Baphomet says, "You asked what my interest is in the material plane. It's a means to an end. A back door to the hells. The portal created is fairly close on the material plane to another portal to enter Avernus from a different angle.
Wouldn't it be better to just get a portal to the hells from a different angle?
Unfortunately, Bell has made things difficult. He locked down many of the portals to hell, forcing us to fight him head on. And with his current forces, that is not possible. But there is one that still stands.
Mm-hmm.
Near the town of what you'd call Baldur's Gate
Mm-hmm.
is another portal that heads into Avernus. Once we were into the material plane, we would make our way there and enter the hell from an alternate angle, and take Avernus for our own.
I remember this portal. I remember this portal, Matt. I remember this portal from our past campaign.
Yes.
I remember the portal that the Minotaurs came out in Baldur's Gate that we had to stop. I remember this.
In Elturel, yes.
Like in Elturel, sorry. I thought it was in Baldur's Gate that we found the portal.
No, it was in Elturel. It was in the graveyard of Elturel.
Never mind. I was wrong.
He says, we would not be impinging on Tiamat's realm, we would simply be passing through. But that order, and he gets angry and looks at you, Scarlet, blocked our path for too long.
I can come up with a caveat.
What is that?
You just need to use that portal, right?
That was the
You
goal.
just want to be able to get into Avernus from a different direction, correct?
Yes, to attack Bell's forces from multiple sides. And when the research is done, I'll release my old enemy against my new enemy.
Well, how about this? How about I just make you a magical item to be able to use that portal from here? That means you don't need to go through the material plane and you have a link to the portal on the other side within Avernus.
And what would you want in return for this item?
To destroy the thing behind you. You don't need that anymore. You don't need to come through this portal anymore to use the portal within... The only reason you want the portal within Baldur's Gate is to be able to use the portal to go into Avernus to hit them from a different angle. But if I go into Avernus from that portal through Baldur's Gate and get something attuned to that portal within Baldur's Gate, you'll be able to get into Baldur's Gate without having to use this to go through the material plane. Which cuts everyone's problems out. Correct?
Almost. I still cannot let you destroy this device. He sort of taps it with his massive, meaty fist.
And why is that?
Bell offered these devices as a truce, but I understand Bell's true nature. He stabs everybody in the back.
He's gonna stab
Look
us
at that
too.
raised
He's
back.
gonna stab you as well. The thing is, you'll get the jump on him anyway.
Which is why I allowed him to think he made a deal. There is a reason the device is here and not in my own tower. He gestures at this computer over here and says, "Look for yourself." Steps aside to allow you to have a look.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'm Archie. I'm curious. Hello. The computer over here.
Right here. As you step up to the device, it's all in Abyssal, but you can read it.
Mm-hmm.
As you look at it, it's analyzing the device, analyzing its make, how it was made, and they're looking at a means of reverse engineering it to understand how Bell's engineers made it. A means to find weaknesses in Bell's designs. Not just for this device, but for any other device that Bell might make.
I roll a general Arcana check to see if I can find a weakness, because I am smart.
You can.
I am going to use Mini Archie to help me here. I really want this.
Yes.
3.
Mm. You do spot several weaknesses. There are weaknesses they have already found, like weak points in joints and things like
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm trying to find ulterior ones that they haven't found.
Yes. So like they found those. You find an ulterior one.
Yeah.
At the heart of this device, and from others that they've also gotten from Bell, there are magical cores. Like a very small crystalline device that is infused with a huge amount of magic and souls.
Yep.
Baphomet's researchers have passed over that, thinking that's just the power core.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that device can only hold a certain amount of power and can be overloaded.
See, with my research on these cores and what I wanted to do in the material plane, your researchers have looked over a critical point here,
What is that?
Lord Baphomet.
What is that?
Something that you can use against Bell as long as we come to an accord.
What do you offer? And what do you
I offer this. I offer you a way to get back into the Blood War from a different point within the portal on the other side of Baldur's Gate within Avernus. I will attune a planar rod to that portal. As you know I could do. I am Archibald. That being said, I will tell you how to be able to deal with devices like these as well as others that Bell makes similar to this. As long as I can get rid of this device and you not deal with the material plane and trespassing on Tiamat as well as my own domain. I sort of swivel around on the chair and lean back.
It's a comfy chair. It's a Herman Miller. Is it Herman Miller?
Yeah. I like her. Oh, I need a Herman.
It's demonic Herman Miller.
Say to him, you get what you want, I get what I want, and you get a critical piece of information on the technology that your mages could not find. I think that seems pretty reasonable. as well as you don't have to trespass through different domains to get at this backstabbing snake.
He ponders that and sort of begins to wonder, thinking about this. What are the rest of you doing as he wonders and thinks? Just standing at the entry?
Yeah. yeah.
Tyken doesn't want. Tyken upset with all that's going on right now. Tyken gonna
Yep.
stay where he is.
I'm a sad tiger.
Tyken's sad. Tyken never had to make deals with demons before.
I'm not making a deal. That's a very specific thing that I'm moving around. I'm coming to a just accord with a demon lord. Okay, it's a little
Too
bit
much
different.
for Tyken brain. Look like deal.
Tyken, I'll deal with Tyken's slightly less wrinkled brain later.
Baphomet wanders around
Tyken's
to
brain
here.
smoothing.
Charlie's standing guard in front of all of you.
Mm.
Baphomet steps around to here and says, "Before any agreements are made, I must ask what your plans are. You intend to send Tiamat back to hell?"
I intend to deal with Tiamat in any way possible, whether it be back to hell, whether it be dethroning a god, whether it be doing what I had to do to Neverwinter to her. But the thing is, I still have a lot of steps to go through to deal with that, like her minions. They control the material plane at the moment. Ashes Thindar is a thorn in our side at every turn we take.
Perhaps it would interest you to know that Ashtathindar and all of Tiamat's other consorts were not always in the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
They once lived in the Hells. As did
What's a
Tiamat.
fiend dragon from 3.5? That's out of game.
Yep.
So you're saying that's then not in their home plane?
That is correct. I am tempted to agree to this, Archibald the Destroyer,
Mm-hmm.
but I want your word on one more thing.
And what would that be?
You will do everything in your power, and Baphomet points at you, Tyken. You will do everything in your power. Not to destroy Tiamat, that won't serve my goals.
You want her back in the house?
I want her back in the place that Bel cast her out of.
In the burial? Under the ground? Dead?
In Avernus. Bel sent her out, I want her back.
What say you about that, Tyken?
And it's worth noting, this is the first time you've heard. Bel sent Tiamat to the material plane.
Bell
Tyken's
sent
like,
Tiamat to the material plane, Tyken. That seems pretty unjust.
Tyken says, "Wow, that gets her out of the material plane, so that works for me."
Good. You see, Bel, the Deceiver, has been orchestrating things for a very long time. To ensure there was no one in Avernus who could oppose him. I've been privy to Bel's plans for some time through spies and infiltration. The return of Zariel to the heavens wasn't his doing, but it certainly worked in his favour.
Mm-hmm.
The assassination of Arkan. Baphomet's eyes lock on you, Thanraya, as he says, "Who do you think gave that contract?" to kill Arkan the Cruel.
You. Or Bell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
With that, Arkan was out of the picture. A few more strings pulled, and Tiamat's now on the material plane. Where she will try to rule, but I think Bell was counting on you, looking at all of you. To kill her.
Not me, I just slapped a dragon.
It makes perfect sense in his plan. He sends Tiamat away, gets rid of Arkan the Cruel, assassinates every other devil that stands in his path, and then Tiamat gets slain, leaving the material plane open to conquest from Avernus. I want to thwart that plan. I want your word, all of your words, right now, that you will send Tiamat back to hell and not kill her.
What if it's accidental?
Then I may have
I
to
like
ally.
it.
Then for my own survival, I may have to ally with Bell.
Because I can promise that I will not actively try to kill Tiamat. But what I'm asking is, what happens if it happens?
Ensure that it doesn't.
I see.
I will do what I have to survive.
Can I ask one more thing myself then?
I've met nods at you.
In the fact that you want us to absolutely guarantee that Tiamat will not be killed, I want your assistance in doing so. Through the hell, that being. We can do everything on the material plane, but a link to the hell is something different. If we give you a channel into the hells, I will need something that creates guarantees within the hells. That's something that you can help with, correct?
Do you have in mind?
It's not easy to just transfer someone to their original place, especially someone of the level of Tiamat. That being said, I'm going to need someone powerful enough to channel energies to, or to get something prepared like a ritual site where Tiamat once was, to be able to move her.
To nullify her powers, perhaps.
Correct. If we're working with guarantees here, I'm going to need all the help that I can get. And if this is to help everyone, including the Blood War as well as getting at Bell, you know full well that it's not going to be an easy task to just pop Tiamat back into hell.
I think I have just the thing.
I think you do too. I saw the chains of Elturel hanging in your labs.
I have been working on something. The intention was to use it against Bell should we come to blows, but he's always managed to find himself elsewhere. A tool of my own creation. Do me a favor. Don't touch the device. I'll be back in a moment.
I will not touch the device. I'm sitting in the chair petting an imaginary cat. Actually, I'm just patting Minnie B. Just like donking him on the head.
I need your word, Tycan. And Rhea,
I will
Scarlet.
do my. I will make sure that she is sent to the hells.
Jeez.
I need your word you won't touch the device while I'm gone.
This device?
Yes.
I won't touch it.
With that, suddenly Bell folds it in himself and teleports away.
Oh, I'm gonna touch it! Nah.
I didn't promise anything.
I said I wouldn't touch it. I didn't say my sword wouldn't.
Do you do anything in the few moments while he's away?
Scarlet sits.
Okay.
Tyken sits, and he's extra pouty about it.
As you're sitting, you're sitting on this just like walkway, which is over water from the River Styx. You can hear the screaming souls from it. You hear the sound of an explosion behind you and the sound of Dawn enter. She's badly injured. Again, Archie, burned out of key. But Dawn enters and says, I collapsed the stairway behind us.
There you
Yep.
go.
That's good.
And then she glares at you, Thunra.
Don't worry about that. We're trying to fix that.
What's that for?
You killed Arkan the Cruel.
Did you not hear me whistle when you mentioned the death? I thought that was pretty obvious.
What's done is done. There's no more.
I
no
just-
point
I just-
ruminating on it.
I just did my job.
And by the sounds of it, Bell was the one that orchestrated that. So, if there's anyone that you should be angry at, it's Bell.
Narrows her eyes. And then collapses on the floor. She has
You can write an Acme thing of it.
like, she is completely spent, has now 3 points of exhaustion from burning life force to get key. There is suddenly another flash, and Baphomet is back right here. Looks at the device. Seems you can be trusted more than Bell.
Just so we're clear, I didn't promise anything, yet I still didn't do it. So you better give me credit.
In many ways, we are the same, Fanrail. We were both duped by Bell. Archibald,
Yes.
you wanted something to help with Tiamat.
Yes.
He flips you a black iron coin.
I take the black iron coin.
As you hold it. It's quite heavy.
Black iron coin. Yeah. I look at it
It has the symbol of Baphomet carved into it.
with my special eyes.
It has conjuration magic on it.
Yes.
It says, one of the creations that I was working on for quite some time to take down Bell. A Garistro.
Mm.
His name is Yank the Destroyer.
Oh my god.
I made a few modifications to this Garistro to make it suitable for disabling some of Bell's pesky abilities, and I believe it will work the same on Tiamat.
Yeah.
Something I've obtained from a Netherese ruin a long ago. A nullification field.
A nullification field, huh?
Essentially, it will prevent a being like Bell or Tiamat from supernaturally resisting effects. Also, my Garistros are certainly nothing to be trifled with. Out of game, just so you know. Out of game, just so you know. What he's talking about. Basically, this Garistro will have an aura around it that prevents legendary resists.
Get it away from me. Get it away from me.
Don't like this coin. Hmm?
Simply throw the coin at a location. It'll summon Yank for 1 hour. After which point, he'll return to me.
Open up, Tiamat.
Welcome to the fuck zone, bitch.
I hope you're hungry.
It does only have a single use. Until then, Yank will remain in my tower.
Okay.
I trust you'll know when to use it when the time is right.
I will.
You have this item, Archie?
Baphomet summoning coin.
Conjure a Garistro once. I take it we have a deal then.
I wouldn't call it a deal, I'll tell you a mutual agreement. You know I don't make deals with devils. Or demons.
Agreed. Bell's usually the one to make deals.
I don't like binding contracts, they weigh you down. But I do keep my word. You should also know that.
The research has shown that.
Mhm.
Do we have an agreement then? You will
Yes.
send Tiamat back to
Correct.
hell,
Yes.
and you will provide me with the device to access hell from another angle.
Correct. But there is another port of call here. Archie walks up and dinks the machine.
I cannot allow it to be destroyed while there is still useful information to be gained.
This is why I'll be giving you the useful information right now.
I will disable this device. It being active has no further use, but it can be learned from.
That wasn't really a part of the agreement.
It will be disabled and not re-enabled.
If it did re-enable, you know I'm going to have to do something about that. And it's not going to be pretty.
I suppose that is where trust comes into it.
I really wish I had a cane at this moment. I don't. I'd clack it on the metal floor, but I cannot.
Hmm.
I put my hand in my jacket pocket and sort of clap my shoe on the ground as I look upon Baphomet's form.
Hmm.
I know how to overload it now, right?
You do.
Okay. I'm going to give you the information that I have. But do be aware, I know this information and I know how to put it to full use immediately if things go awry.
Boss, you are the destroyer of Neverwinter.
I used the back end of my force sword to dink the metal on the outside of the outside of the device.
Yep.
The power core. It's not what you think.
It's
There's a
not.
lot of magic and souls upon it. And with something so powerful, it is prone to be overloaded at a sneeze of more power. A critical weak point, if you know how to abuse it. Archie walks over to the computer and starts clacking on the keyboard.
Yep. Ding, 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 ding.
And as I finish, after a minute or so, I start finishing and clink with an enter. There. The information you need to use if you wish to overload said cores. Your mages will find it useful and it's in Abyssal, so they should understand.
Baphomet steps over and looks at it and says, I see. I thank you for your assistance in this.
And I thank you for your assistance too. Now, if you would be willing to shut it down, we will be on our way.
Baphomet points a finger over here, and as he points a finger, a portal opens up.
Is it a portal for us to leave?
That will take you to the place that your order is currently holding around what's left of the portal this is holding. Once your order is all through, I will switch it off.
Very well. Tarkan. It's time for us to leave. And I know you're disgruntled. But we'll talk about it later.
It's fine. I'm an adult. I can be disgruntled and still function in society.
Tears rolling down face,
I
not
just,
coming out
I
of
just
nose.
I literally imagine Tarkin just knocking everything over as he's walking past. I'm a grown adult.
Tilts every painting on the way. Sure you are.
Finally a
Taco.
jar.
Mhm.
Very well. I'll
I
let
can
make
big
everyone
boy.
else leave before me.
Yep, she'll go.
Carly steps
I
through.
will go through.
Look, he's gone.
Well,
Scarlet, you step through.
Yep.
You step past Baphomet's form and into the portal and look. Turn around.
pleasure. And then-
Good day.
By the way, Dawn can't stand. Is someone going to help her through?
I drag her by her hand.
Okay. She
I
can
would
barely
pick her
move.
up.
She can barely. Okay, Tarkan picks her up. You pick her up, Tarkan. She's unable to move and is barely conscious. She has burned 3 points of exhaustion to get more key. Okay, you make your way out.
Yep.
Do you say anything to Baphomet as you leave?
Good luck with the war.
Good luck with your war.
Like it'll nod. Kind of just walking out, thinking, what? How do you properly say goodbye to one of these people?
Like this, I say goodbye at Abyssal.
It's Tycho and you step through
Yeah.
with Dawn and Plunk, you're gone. That
Mhm.
leaves you, Archie, in there. Baphomet says, one more thing. Archibald.
Yes.
The research with my nemesis. Nogu.
Yes.
You keep that to yourselves.
We have two righteous angels / Ashmars in our party. Do you think I'm really going to be able to uphold that?
Do what you can.
But, that being said, one of them has already made it a case that Yunoga was critical to keeping the balance in the Blood War. That being said, I have no plans on pursuing anything further for now.
You have my word that my purpose with Yinogu is not to send him to the material plane like he used to go.
Well, the thing is, if he did get sent to the material plane, he would have to deal with me. And in turn, if you did send him to the material plane, I know exactly who to go to have a nice evening chat if Yunogu somehow does end up in the material plane.
His purpose is to be a weapon in Avernus.
And let's keep it that way.
We will.
And if it is kept that way, then I have nothing to talk about.
Good. Now go.
I brush a bit of dirt off my shoulder and then walk through.
Mm.
As you step through. As you step through. It's this map, yes. You appear back in the portal room, in that portal chamber, where you see Gordon and his knights all standing guard, and they're cheering as a bunch of Minotaurs are running away.
Yeah, we did it. Woohoo.
They're retreating! They're retreating! He calls
Wait
out.
for it. Watch this drive.
What do you do?
I said, wait for it. Watch this drive. I'm waiting for Baphomet to turn off the thing.
Oh, you're still in the
Yeah.
endless maze, but you haven't gone through the portal yet.
Yeah.
With your detect magic goggles going, Archie, you can see several invisible creatures on the walls around watching.
Yeah.
You get a sense those are his eyes.
Yeah.
Or, as you've all appeared, they're all cheering, and then Gordon says, they all turn to face you with weapons, and they realise who you are. They're like, "Oh, you're back!
Indeed.
We lost communication. We weren't sure what was going on."
The Balor that was destroyed cut communications, as well as some other things.
There was a lot of factors.
That being said, we need to get ready to prepare to leave. Well, we need to leave.
Yes.
What of the other team?
We need to contact them and get them to start leaving too.
We've lost communication. We don't have the means.
I look at the
Actually,
eyeballs floating around.
Gordon, what are you looking at?
I'm just thinking. Does anyone have the sending spell?
Don't look at me.
I'll look at Gordon.
I don't believe so.
Gordon says, I'm sorry, I don't. He looks at one of the Order's mages who says, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit spent. We've been receiving communications from the Order in the material plane.
Okay.
I believe they will have the means.
Well, if we can get one of them in here.
He says, of course, and he points at two of his soldiers who turn and move through the portal. A few moments pass before they return with a mage.
Mage.
Archie?
In particular, they return with... Listen,
Me, Barry.
they return with... Not them, them. They return with... I mean, remember, Garrett. Steps in.
Ah.
Remember him? He was the
Yeah.
maze. As he steps in, he says, so this is the Endless Maze.
It is endless and it is a maze.
And we are not
handsome
staying
maid.
here long.
What is that? And he points in the distance, and you can see the top half of the Astral Dreadnought's body in the distance.
That's an Astral Dreadnought.
Okay, that shouldn't be here.
No, it's not. Baphomet dealt with it.
I see.
That being said, I have a job for you.
Oh yes?
Sending spells. We need them sent to the group, the leaders of the groups. The communications have been shot.
I see.
We need to regroup and leave immediately.
He says, I see. And who was leading them? I take it. Bran is not here, and Ariana.
Yes, correct.
Wait, the communications are down. Do you think Ariana's not with us?
You really think that would kill her?
Probably.
Well, if communications are down, then perhaps she's not able to answer. I'll try Bran. He mutters an incantation and whispers, and then releases the spell. Says, they're on their way. Ariana is alive, but injured. Unconscious. It's odd. He said the Minotaurs and beings in the maze are steering clear of them as they return.
Yes. As they should.
That isn't normal. This is the Endless Maze. This is endless conflict.
There's been an accord made. I'll talk to you about it later.
I understand, I think. And you found another straggler? He looks at Dawn, who's still being held up by Tyken.
They were a prisoner. We rescued.
I see. Basically, what do you guys do for the next 30 minutes or so as you wait? You head back through the portal, or do you hang out, wait for Bran to return?
I'll wait for
I'm
everyone
gonna
to
wait.
return.
Wait.
Wait?
I'm gonna wait, yeah.
Okay, cool. As you wait about 30 minutes, you see the void scabbers moving in the sky, some of them feasting on the remains of the Astral Dreadnought for the next 30 minutes. The Order standing guard, not trusting that the Minotaurs have run away. But after 30 minutes or so, you see approaching through the maze. Of the 12 soldiers plus Bran and Ariana, you see 5 soldiers. A badly injured but conscious Bran, carrying the unconscious body of Ariana, who is badly burned. Approaching.
She calls for a cleric of some sort.
Yep, two of the clerics to approach and begin to tend to them all. As Bran approaches and says, "Why are you here?" As Bran looks at you all.
We're waiting for you.
I mean, you didn't succeed with the portal device?
Oh, we have. We just it'll be done momentarily. We were just waiting for everyone to evacuate.
Aha. Well, I'm sick of this place. as he moves past you, he's covered in burns as well, and you can see there's bleeding from the ears on most of them.
Ah, how many of them are there?
There are 5 soldiers plus Bran and Ariana.
Seemingly, the rest have been lost to the maze.
Well,
In some
Yes.
way or shape or
This
form.
As you say
each
that,
one walks past me, I'm
Yep.
going to put 6 points of lay on hands into them because that's what I can do.
okay, as you do that to each of them, that heals them a little bit. As you say that, Scarlet, Bran says, "Yes, we lost a few on the way. We made a pact with a deal with the psychic creature in the city."
What creature?
A Nothic.
Nothics are cool. That's out of game.
It promised to help us kill the Balor. During the
hope that
battle,
worked.
it turned on us.
Mm.
Mm.
Ariana put it down.
Good.
But then that explosion from the Balor took out a few of us.
Understandable. Nah, get on through the portal. No time to waste.
That group hobbles through, and with that, Gordon's group begins to move back, taking their defensive bits as they go, or stepping through the portal, leaving just you guys.
Step through.
You step through.
Mhm.
Boom, 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 boom. That's the last of you step through the portal into the darkened tunnels of that fortress that the Order has been calling home in the material plane. Now back. The last of you to step through, I presume, is Archie.
Yep.
As you look around at the invisible creatures that are all hanging out, you step through, and as you step through and you're back, suddenly the portal behind you goes and closes. Baphomet kept his word.
Hey.
You are now back in the material plane. You make your way out through the tunnels
Mhm.
and step out into that choke point that the Order was holding against the forces of the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
As you all step out to cheers.
I am going to de-shift.
Okay, as you return back to your normal form.
Boy.
The Order cheers, and then there are a few tears as people who were waiting for people to return, but those didn't return. Dawn, being carried by you, Taikan, looks about and says, "Why is it so dark?" And it's the middle of the day.
What?
Icon's gonna be cheeky. He says, because you're near me. Implying that he's so bright, everything else is dark.
Scarlet
Yeah,
just
he-
face palms.
He does cast a shadow and everything.
You said it was the middle of the day and it's dark out?
No, Dawn says, why is it so dark? It is the middle of the day, it's quite bright.
What do you mean it's so dark? It's daylight.
I've never seen the material plane.
Oh. Well, this isn't dark. This is actually very bright.
Oh,
If it was dark, you'd see the night sky, which is usually black.
what's that?
You'll see soon enough.
Nice.
Give it about 8 hours.
Yeah, we have a cycle of day, like it's daytime and then it goes nighttime and then it goes daytime and then it goes nighttime.
So strange.
Eh,
Feel like I'm so far from Pelor's light.
just don't look into the
Not
sun.
not everyone has the luxury to be within the light at all times.
Yeah, just don't actually look into the thing that is emitting the bright light in the sky, because you can actually go blind.
She looks directly at the sun,
God
which is
damn.
right overhead.
We're stoking about Tyken naked. The stone's fine.
I don't understand. What do you mean? And she just stares at it without any pain.
Okay, well, I guess you're special.
Special. You should double check your course of action with your god while we're in the material plane, just in case some shenanigans were happening.
I should. The order all around, you can see them all seeming to relax their guard. There's a bit of sand and stuff. It looks like there was a sandstorm that went through while you were gone. But it is sort of in a partially desertish sort of fortress. Eliza approaches you all as you all exit into this open space. It says, "It's done." Then
Yes, but I would still keep an eye on this area no matter what. What was once done before can be done again.
I see. Those two that you sent through, the survivors from the first invasion of the Mendless Maze, they're getting the care they need.
Good.
You look like you've seen a lot.
Yes.
You're welcome to rest. And she gestures towards an area with some tents up that you can have a rest in if you wish.
Yes.
Yes.
You're all taken to these tents to have a rest. And although it is midday, the exhaustion of what you've been through now sets in.
Yes, I need my grandpa nap.
Me too.
And I sleep.
I'm taking long rest. I'm pushing the long rest button.
As you all have a long rest and basically sleep. Does anyone want to interact with anyone as you're having this rest? Because I presume you don't always sleep, but after sleeping, some low activity things.
I'll let Dawn know that we can talk in the morning when they can actually walk.
She gets a solid rest.
I'll also talk to Eliza and Bran and saying that we should have a situation report in the morning.
Eliza says, of course, I'll prepare for that.
Mm-hmm. But for now, I need my rest.
We all do.
You all sleep.
Yeah.
You all sleep soundly through the afternoon and through the night.
The two people we found in the maze, they're around too, right?
Yes. Where the hell did I put their sheets? Cannot find them. Give me 2 seconds. Where the frick did I put them?
No, it's been a bit.
It has been a bit. I'm trying to find them for you. Wolf. Cannot find them. That's fine. Maybe they're in here. Lean Arch. Aneth, and Ekar.
Mm.
These two.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do you want to go find them?
Yeah, she'll look for him before she rests.
Okay. You make your way to the Helm Temple portion of the Order, where you can see they are currently unconscious on beds, with the members of the temple splashing holy water on them and muttering prayers. And as Aneth and Ekar are unresponsive to you entering, and as you enter Scarlet, you see some of the priests and clerics sort of gesture to you to be quiet as you enter. But you're not told to leave. You're allowed to watch if you wish.
She watches.
You watch as they're splashing holy water and muttering prayers. As they're doing so, the little horns on Aneth's head are beginning to retract.
Hey.
It looks like they have been put into a state of unconsciousness for this process, to remove the demonic influence of the last 20 years.
She gives them a thumbs up and goes to get some rest.
Okay.
As for me, I need to go to the restroom and get my food.
Okay, before you go, Scarlet,
Ah.
Sol, as you all rest, and you get you sleep a solid 14 hours sort of idea.
Oof.
As you all wake up at the crack of dawn to the sound of soldiers marching and things, you all level up.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
You should be level 13 if my notes are correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm gonna go eat.
But it's why I wanted to let you know now, so you can think about it while you're eating, Sol.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna leave the stream going.
Two things.
Yes.
It is
While you guys discuss.
10:45. If Sol takes like 20 minutes to half an hour, the session is going to be over. Because Josh
Yes.
and I will probably have to go. Just letting you know.
You guys can continue. I'm keeping the stream going.
Yeah.
So we'll continue and do this. There'll be a bit of role playing and things, and then
Yeah, I'll be back.
sort of wrap up. But you all level up. In addition, Archie, in this process of leveling up, remember that book on Interplanar Travel, Archie?
Yes.
Having spent some time in the Endless Maze, another plane of existence, and having had a chance to look at the inner workings of that device, that portal device that Baphomet had,
Yep.
all the gears click. They click into place. The parts of that equation that you couldn't understand in that interplanar travel book, you now understand. You're like, oh, of course.
Oh, yes, indeed. I remember now. My old brain.
So, in addition to the leveling up to level 13,
Yeah.
which does grant you access to 7th level spells.
It does.
Do not add the plane shift spell. Do not pick plane shift as one of the spells for leveling up.
I've already got plane shift.
You do. You have plane shift. In addition, you do not need a. No, you do not need the attuned rod to cast plane shift.
I can just cast it.
You can just cast it.
I don't need the metal rod.
You don't need the metal rod. That was the core component of your interplanar travel
Well-
book.
No rod. I'm just gonna put no rod in there.
That's not to say you can freely go to any plane. There are, if you wanted to go to, say, Pelor's realm, for example, you may be blocked. but
Oh well, yeah, for obvious reasons.
but you don't need the rod to, say, go to Avernus or the Abyss, for example.
Yes. I can prepare another spell now too.
That was the brilliance of Archie's book on interplanar travel, which you now understand your own book.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
I need you. Could you drag me the Guardian of Faith spell into my sheet?
Ooh, no.
No, I don't think so.
The short answer is no. Is that in Player's Handbook?
Yes, because it's not in the compendium, so it has to be dragged in via the
What the frick?
other way.
Oh, that's there. Right. Gotcha.
Did I get the other one I need? Oh, while you're dragging stuff in, since my thing is bugged out, could you also give me
Guardian
movement?
Guardian of Faith.
Yeah, these are my subclass spells: Freedom of Movement and Guardian of Faith.
Okay. And Freedom of Movement should be in there, yeah?
It is, but I can't drag it in because it's bugging out for me.
Alright, I'll do that too.
Nardo. Well,
Okay, and I'm going to need to get Tycan's sheet up, because then I can do the thing. Where's Tycan? As you have survived the Endless Maze, well done. Blind Drag and Drop, and spells, these are of 4th level, yes? Yes.
Yes.
Freedom of Movement is in. Guardian of Faith
Thank you.
is in.
Thank you. But here's my favorite thing I get to do. I've been looking forward to this. I get to go cast Find Greater Steed.
Oh.
Specifically, I am conjuring a Dragonel.
Okay, send me a stat sheet. Or is that in, what book is that in?
Fizzbands.
Fizzbands. Let me find it.
It says, I mean, obviously I have to have the information as it says, but it says these are eligible for
How do you spell it?
Guardian. Just dragon and then Nell at the end.
hello,
N-E-L
there
at
is.
the end of dragon.
Ooh, I like it. It's like a wyvern.
Yes. With a lovely 60-foot fly speed.
Mm. It's basically a Pegasus, only better.
Yeah, but it's dragon themed, which I find quite fitting.
Mm.
well, I think I know what I'm getting.
It has flyby. Hold up. Wait. This thing's great. It's got flyby.
I'm putting it. It's in the characters folder. Underneath Charlie.
Thank you.
Once
The way
it
I
is-
look at it is silver just got upgraded.
Man. Do
If you
I?
want to get if you want to get some different art for it and send me it, then you may.
Oh,
do
yeah,
the thing.
I might do that actually. I might just go ahead and do that.
There you go. It should be available for you to see.
Okay, give me 1 second. I have to get up my doggy. Oh, I am so excited. Now I get to go cruising in style. I get to fly around on a Dragonel, doing stuff.
Mm.
Next project I have, since we're going to be, I'm fixing to be forging up a storm. I'm going to make some armor to put on him.
Ooh.
Because while their hit points are okay, we're starting to
cost
get
that.
to where it'll get one shot.
Yep.
So I'm just giving some extra oomph
Mm.
to help it not die is something I would like to do.
I'm curious though.
3,
Hmm.
4, 5, 6.
How does its stat block compare to the Pegasus? I'm pretty sure it'll be the same, roughly.
I do believe it's about the same. I think they're the same CR.
It has 1 hit point less than the Pegasus. Its
You know,
fly
I'll
speed-
take that.
Its fly speed is slower.
I'm back.
Ooh, it's heaps better than the Pegasus actually. Like the fly speed isn't as good as the Pegasus, but the Dragonel has multi-attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are we
Does
talking
the
about?
Pegasus have flyby?
Tycan has fine greater steed,
Ah.
and he's
Let's see.
taken a Dragonel.
I'm at level 13.
No.
What do fighters get at 13?
Friendly reminder: hit points.
Thank you. I forgot about that.
I have 80 hit points, but I also have teleport and wall of force now.
Also, Thanraya, you are greeted by Kalaya when you return.
Yeah.
Who gives
Matt,
you a good face licking.
nice. Can you please
No.
drag into my sheet Crown of Stars?
No.
Oh, that's a fun one.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry, you can't pick that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I get another use of Indomitable. That's about it.
Ooh, that is a good one to get for your invocation.
That's a good one.
See, I was thinking Finger of Death, so I could literally give somebody the middle finger and kill them with it, but
Are
thought-
we using the Thanraya sheets for things? Yes, we are.
yes.
And that is a 7th level spell.
Yes.
There you go, Zen.
Thank you. And I also learn another spell, so I'm starting to try and figure out what I want.
I believe that puts me at 139 HP.
I'm at 145.
I'm at 122.
And then there's Archie. Poor Archie.
80.
Just wait until I get tough, alright? Just wait.
I'm at 80.
And I got to level up Kalaya for you as well.
I'm at 80.
Because I will
Why?
get tough.
Kalaya gets a level.
Yeah, I got tough. That's why I have that.
Yeah, once I get tough, it's twice your level in HP, which will be an extra 28. If I had tough, that'd put me over 160
26.
HP.
Oh, 28, yeah.
Where's my wagon now?
Kalaya now has 52 hit points.
Yay! They can survive one fart from a dragon.
Maybe survive one.
If I'm lucky.
If Kalaya's lucky.
I think I have in my notes here what Kalaya's thing is.
My
Oh, yeah,
banner
that's right.
now gives 17 max temp HP.
My wyvern will take it. It needs it. My wyvern's all speed, no HP.
I'm surprised Tyken would go for a wyvern.
I say wyvern, it's a dragonel, but same difference. It reminds him of his old BFF.
Oh,
Hmm.
makes sense.
Oh, ye old tiger.
He's always liked the different kind of animal companions instead of the standard ones.
Can I
Hi.
ask ask a question. Well, I'm gonna ask it anyway. What is a god classed as?
A
God.
God,
Are they celestial?
God.
not always. Essentially, it's, you know how it has like humanoid bracket elf.
Yeah.
It's human. It's like being like devil, celestial, whatever. Bracket god.
So it depends on the god, but it is bracket god.
Bracket something.
I mean, they have legendary resistance anyway, so don't know why I'm asking.
Why are
Some
you
of them
asking?
are pretty strong.
Planar binding.
Oh yeah, you can't get a god.
Like, here's a
'Cause
fun
it says
fact.
celestial, but I want to know what the actual.
Like, Moradin can't be hurt by a weapon if it was made with a forge. So you gotta go sharpen a stick and give it to a wizard, and you hope he can make it a +3 stick.
Or
Nice.
or a board with a nail in it.
But technically, the nail would have been made in a forge.
The board wasn't.
But if the nail hits him,
You hit him with a board then. Hit him with a bit of 2x4. There we go.
Just use the 2x4. Fuck it.
just punch him in the dick.
Suffocate him with a flag.
Rue, you could just like wait till he goes to sleep and push a pillow into his face.
Can't make
Just
a
be like,
pillow in
"You
a forge.
shit, Moradin."
Mm.
If you do, that's one uncomfortable pillow.
Hey, Rykon.
But-
We're almost done here.
But you've all rested up, all leveled. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Pretty sure I did.
Cool. So
Here
this is a
you
little bit
go.
of role
This is
playing.
the art I found. I think is pretty good for it.
Cool. Me looks. Ooh, me lucky. And you haven't summoned it yet, have you, Tyken?
As soon as I woken up, that's what I would have gone to do.
Okay. We'll start going through things as you wake up. Archie, you wake up and Dawn now has 2 points of exhaustion instead of 3.
Oh.
Dawn, go to sleep.
Get back to bed.
Back to sleep.
She says, "I've rested. It's going to take some time to get over this."
Well, apparently you haven't rested enough.
It'll take some time. But I'm awake.
Which is not a good thing.
For Scarlet, you recognize this is the same sort of exhaustion you go through sometimes. It'll just take several days.
Oh. Fine.
It's actually points of exhaustion.
Remind me of me. No,
Is that a good thing? She says.
that is up for debate. If you drop dead, then it's not a good thing.
I don't intend on dying here.
Good.
No one ever does.
She looks at you, Archie, and says, "You wanted to talk to me if we got out of it, and it seems we have."
We certainly have. Well, first of all, we need to talk about getting you back to your domain, right?
I did commune with Pelor through the night.
Yes.
And you're all here to hear this, by the way. She says, "He did say that I failed him.
Yeah.
But he's given me a path to redemption."
And what did that path be?
She points at Scarlet's banner, which is currently leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
My fight is not in Avernus. It is here.
Well,
And when it's done, if I succeed, then I'll be returned to his graces.
That's good. It's a start. Looks like you'll have to deal with the dark for a little bit longer then.
I think I can handle it.
Oh,
But you wanted to know how I did that thing.
yes.
Well, while in Pelor's realm, we were gifted lots of teachers. To teach us all of our particular, to help us hone our skills in our particular chosen fighting styles.
Yes.
Myself and those like me who use our ki to fight were gifted lessons from a powerful warrior from another world, not this one.
Mm-hmm.
And he taught me a technique which allowed us to convert our life force, our very souls, into ki in desperate situations.
Okay.
It destroyed him, which is how he ascended.
Why are we talking about Blaze here, Matt?
You wanted to know how she learned that ability, and there you go.
Yet again, we go back to the first campaign.
Mm. He says, he made me promise to not burn myself out too brightly, and I hope I did that. By restraining it.
I think you did a good job. It's a powerful thing that you've done.
I'm feeling it now.
Oh, well, I bet you he felt it when he ascended.
Mm.
Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, correct?
Indeed. I got the job done though.
You certainly did.
Says, but I'm still tired. I can still train. And she starts doing
Yeah.
push-ups.
Oh my god.
As she's doing push-ups, what is Tycan, what are you doing?
I'm summoning a dragon now.
Mm. Cool. You step outside. You see the Order moving things around and preparing things. As the next steps, now the portal is closed, of course, is A, the Dragon Forge. The path is now open to it. And B, moving on these dragons. So the Order's moving about and preparing that. You step out into the busy thoroughfare and you find a spot that's not taken up by people moving about. And how do you begin? How do you summon it?
Well, he's gonna do a big circle at the symbol of Helm in the dirt. He's gonna do the prayer. And I like to think like before when he first summoned Silver, the silver lightning strikes into the center.
Okay. As you prepare this ritual, a few people in the Order sort of moving past sort of stop and watch you. A bolt of silver lightning. Although it's not silver, it's gold.
Ooh.
Right. In an instant, the circle is disintegrated. And in its place, you see your being. I'll upload the art afterwards. It appears and looks about in its draconic form.
The dragon, kill it.
Magic dragons.
And then looks at you, Tycan. As it speaks to you, Tycan. It speaks in a language, Tycan. This creature can speak. Its stat sheet says otherwise, but it can speak.
Okay.
It speaks to you in common.
Yo, what's good, my homie?
It says, "It's been too long, Tycan." This is not the voice of Silver.
Oh.
It's the voice of... The voice is different, but the way it speaks to you, you recognize it immediately. This is the spirit of your tiger.
You will immediately give it a hug and say, "Old friend, it has been vastly too long."
I've rested long enough.
Indeed, we both have. Now, just like old times, we can take the fight to them.
Yes. I am ready. It's stronger than I was. The wings flare out. The wings flare out and then fall down to the ground, and it gets down onto knees. It says, "Like old times."
Like old times. And I'm going to mount up so we can get back to form.
Okay, and with that, the wings flap, and it is under your control. What do you do?
Legitimately, we're just going to be doing some laps around, the stronghold for a while.
Mm.
I feel like after we both are feeling pretty good from that,
Yeah.
he would probably just start taking measurements and getting ready for making plate.
Mm. So, Tycan, with your crafting knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
this creature is able to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, its bones are lighter. Its form is lighter for the purpose of allowing it to fly.
Mm-hmm.
You get a sense that traditional full plate will not work because it will be too heavy. However,
Mhm.
you have now seen multiple times Mithril being used.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pretty sure full plate of Mithril will work.
Let's go. Gotta get me hands on that.
Mm.
Until then, do I think half plate would work?
You think it will... Half plate is still... It's medium armor? Yeah, that'll work. Yep. It'll be an effort. It's a large creature.
Well, I bought a lot of metal from that guy, so.
You did. You did. It'll be a forging process over several days for you to get armor on this thing, but the facilities are here. You can certainly do that.
Between that and the other thing, he's gonna go look at the Dragon Forge here. He's gonna start getting started on making all the anti-dragon weapons for people too. Tyken gonna be pretty busy for as long as we're here.
See if I can find some art of Dragon's Beard. Cool. As you're doing that, Thanraya, what are you doing? In the morning mission. Wake, come to with your new strength. Your new spell. And Kalaya remaining by your side.
I will just walk around with my pooch.
With your pooch. And you, as you're walking around just looking at the order doing their things, you hear the sound of chewing on something coming from within Kalaya's armor.
I'm like, they're still alive?
Kalaya says, "I have kept them out of harm's way."
Jesus. Good job.
I've grown attached to them somewhat.
Oh. I thought you would have thought of them more like fleas.
No, although they are terrified of literally everything. And as he says that, you walk past a member of the order that is in their werewolf form, in order to lift some heavy gear. The kobolds look out, scream, and then go back inside. Kalai says, well, they're terrified of everything. They are useful. In fact, they're eating the fleas. And anything else they can get their hands on.
I see. Well, if you want to keep them, make sure to take care of them. If not, kick them out anytime you want.
Basically, just hold a puppy to take care of their 3 humanoid pets.
Yep.
They are useful, I find.
All right.
And it's at this point, as you're walking along with Kalaya, you hear the sound of wings flapping as Tycan on his new dragon elf flies overhead.
Dragon! Eldritch Blast.
Oh, it's blast!
Make an
That was
attack
a
roll.
close one. It almost got away from Tyken.
Hey, you heard the man
Hold on,
make an attack
hold on.
roll.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to blast! 1 damage!
As the dragon is flying along with you, as you're flying along with your old companion, and suddenly a bolt of force slams into it. For 1 damage.
I just like to think it's like zap. Ow, that stung.
You sort of blast it and you realize Tycan is riding it.
I then
Watch the
shoot
points
it
in that.
the other 2 times, now that I've noticed that Tarkin's riding it.
Okay, roll him.
Oh, please, no!
You know what? This is fitting because I'm gonna try and work in some a mountain combatant. So
Dude,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try and
So you take
Alright.
maneuver.
22.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a note here that you're training that combatant.
All jokes aside, I'm sorry I crit.
Okay.
You should have hit him in the first place.
I'll need you, Tycan, to make me a dexterity check.
Oh, good luck with that.
This will be
Oh,
your
I'm
check
never
for
trained.
training this. Because it'd be dexterous in the sense of putting yourself in the path of it to try to choose whether or not you or the mount gets hit.
Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh, that's a save. Oh wait, it's the same modifier, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a 2.
Hey, you rolled a 3 at least. Oh, wait. Sorry.
as you attempt to do that, Tycan, but unfortunately your mount is hit by a bit of damage. It
I'm
takes a
going
total
to-
of that's what, 15,
23?
16, 23 damage.
I'm going to lay on hands for 23.
Okay, yep.
And then
I'm
go.
going to look at Danraya and I'm going to say, could you kindly please stop shooting my friend?
My bad. I did think it would hit that hard.
Just so you know, it was bloody.
If it's any consolation, I was aiming for you.
Now it's your turn to dodge then, Raya. I start channeling a firebolt in my hand.
Bring it on!
You know what you do, right? What Archie should do is be like, it's your turn to dodge Danraya as I upcast magic missile.
You know what's funny? That's what I was thinking about doing. Dodge this.
Do
the
it.
creep. The
Are you goading me?
Maybe.
How good are your wisdom saves?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
the dragon that you're riding, like your companion Tyken, lands in front of Fenrir. It says in common for all of you to hear. This is your companion.
Yes, we have been traveling together for quite some time.
That's right. Unfortunately, one of us is an idiot.
I cast Wall of Force around Fenrir.
Look,
You
I
can't wisdom
spell it.
save that.
I counterspell your counterspell.
I counterspell your counterspell.
I counterspell your counterspell. That counterspell's my counterspell.
I counterspell your counterspell. The counterspell's my counterspell.
You don't have that
No,
many.
spell slots. I use one last counterspell.
so
Shit.
the wall of forces go off because you can only spend one reaction. So
Oh.
Also, I'm out of your 60-foot range, so you can't counterspell it. So Archie's smart. I'm not dumb. I was being 61 feet away.
Yeah, he probably would have. He probably would have walked away and then casted it.
I literally looked at you. I would have taken one step back, and then I would have casted it.
yeah. So
And I misty
Force.
step out of the wall of force.
I counterspell.
It's an ability on my armor. I don't know if that counts.
you cannot counter that. Boop. It's done.
Okay. Okay. As
cast
the
anti-magic
misty step
spell.
happens, I cast magic missile.
Scarlet just waves to the Drake and then goes over to a wall and bangs her head against it.
Hold on. I will curse Archie. Right? And then I will roll a d6 to see if I miss, see if all the attacks miss.
They all hit.
They all hit. They always hit. Magic missile always hits unless you have shield.
Yeah. They
Yes.
just hit.
But it is still an attack, isn't it?
No.
No, they auto hit.
No, they're not. They just auto hit. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, I won't then. I'll just get smacked in the face, I guess.
Correct.
Get smacked in the face by a blast of magic missiles.
That is how magic missile works. You just get smacked.
I
You
will,
don't get to say.
Where is it? Here you go.
Why do you think I have a Why do you think I have a macro that does this?
Ding, 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 dong.
Thank God I had temp HP. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. It's just my face is just fucking red.
Dawn
Ah.
Dawn was in the middle of training as she looks up and is she corrupted?
Whew.
No, they're being they're being
she's
idiot.
corrupted with stupidity.
She begins. She's in the process of beginning to charge a key blast before.
No. She's fine.
Yes,
She-
wait.
Shut up, Tycan.
She's infected with the disease called stupidity.
Coming from the one that's died twice.
That's not from stupidity. It's saving your sorry ass.
Nuh-uh.
I haven't heard of this disease called stupidity.
Yeah, it's a new one specifically to this person.
Is it contagious?
Well, you've already
If you
Yes.
hang around that ray for long enough.
It is very contagious.
Oh, it is good that my key protects me from disease. Then
I caught it off Tyken,
Yes.
to be fair.
Yeah, Tyken got
I'm
it
sorry
cured.
to say, in a few months, you're going to be losing that feature.
I think I think Tyken has cured himself of the stupidity disease, though.
Mostly it does rear its head every once in a while.
Correct.
Yeah, because Thanray is still here.
Fair.
Yeah, we just pass it on to each other.
one thing, Tyken, as you're with your companion, a memory comes back to you, one that's been lost
Ooh.
for a long time. I was going to look in your sheet to see if I haven't already told you this, because that would be silly. I can remember his companion's name.
I feel like I might have heard it once, but I can't remember.
I'm going to look in your bio when you put. No, not in there. It's in bio.
Yeah, but let's see.
You did not have your companion's name. Tyken, your companion's name was Saber. You named it Saber.
Can I get that in spelling?
Saber.
Okay.
As in saber-toothed tiger.
Alright, just double checking because I had some stuff going on over here in the kitchen. I couldn't quite hear.
Yep.
Right, so let me just do a thing. What can I do?
It also fits because its claws are like sabers.
Right.
But the dragon speaks to you all and says, "You were all his companions then."
Correct.
He's our companion, I'll have you know.
As far as I've known him, he's always been alone.
I can see that.
It is good that he has friends.
And it's certainly a change of pace, but a nice one.
Friends with benefits.
The dragon looks at you and says, looks at you and then looks at Tyken and says,
Scarlet Woods.
I am confused.
So am I.
I'm always confused.
I thought you would be faithful to Astrid forever.
Ah! And then I just disappear. I cast invisibility on myself and run away.
She bangs her head against the wall and then leaves.
I always assumed that friends with benefits meant that, like, you're working towards a goal or something and it's mutually beneficial.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
Usually side with
Dragons
sex.
The dragon says, "If I may introduce myself, Tyken."
Of course. And he will, I'll dismount and be like, feel free to introduce yourself to everyone.
The dragon walks up to all of you, and it's quite large, and it says, "Greetings, my name is Saber. I was Tyken's companion before.
Welcome.
Although my form was different. I had the mortal form of a tiger then.
I remember, yes.
I've been
Like
blessed with
this,
it.
I show an image.
Yes. I come back to you now to help. However I can."
And hope you will.
I look forward to it.
It bows its head to all of you. With that, it's getting close to the time we need to wrap up, I think.
Yes, it is.
As you all begin your day, having fought each other briefly and shot each other and blasted each other, Archie with new spells in his book, Scarlet with new skills, Tyken with a friend,
New skills.
Ray with new magic.
I didn't
You
get
didn't-
anything new, to be honest.
You didn't?
13 is probably one of the more boring of the levels to get.
You do get the proficiency bonus increase.
I mean,
You're
for,
right.
for class specific.
Oh, and don't forget Archie. For Archie, your spellbook has that thing for proficiency bonuses. If you recall.
Yes.
So you can store one additional spell in your book now.
I can have
got a
up
plus
five,
14
but
to
I
my
have-
charisma
I have,
save.
I have two.
Yes. But with that, you're in the order. You're back from the Endless Maze, and you're free to play with the Dragon Forge. The order's already working on it. I need to ask so I can prep things. What's your next move?
Tyken would request that we stay here for, I don't know, at least a month. Because I have so much foraging I've got to do.
We have so many things that we need to do and can do. We were going to be doing this forge stuff first, and then we're going to be heading down to Baldur's Gate to try and look for stuff for William, as well as, I guess, look for this portal now.
Yeah, and then we can come back and do the dragon thing that we were planning on doing.
Well, there's 2 dragons that we need to deal with.
Well, the dragon
was-
thing with the order that we were planning on doing.
Yeah, the thing is, we were planning to deal with the black dragon immediately, so
With Phaela, the
yeah.
former paladin. Yes.
Could we send Phaela back, remember? We can't really dilly-dally around for too long just yet.
Oh, we should probably take care of that, and then I'll do the foraging thing.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
So the plan is move the order to the swamp.
Yes. We need, well, we have the order as well as the bullywugs as well as other
Yes.
people, right? So,
Mm. It's the Bullywugs and Phaela and her allies and whatever she's been doing in the swamp. You'll need to contact her.
yeah.
And it's worth noting, Archie,
Yes.
Garrett does have sending, so he can teach you sending if you want him to.
I just need to prepare it. I've got it already.
Oh, okay, cool, gotcha. I wasn't sure if you had it. Yep. Cool. So that's the idea for the next time. Ooh, Black Dragon. Cool. Well, in that case, you should prepare yourselves for things. The order's preparing to move out, so that's all happening. I'll call it there, shall I?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, I got a basic arcana level 7. I'm so
Yay.
happy.
Thank you for DM.
Thank you for the.
Thank you for play. Hope you had fun.
I sure did. I had a lot of fun.
Bree.
I will talk to you guys next week.
Yay.
Wh-
Oh,
Okay.
just a second. I'll check.
Yes, sir.
Because I have a thing next Monday.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta say, Matt's out next Monday, right?
Or somewhat. I have an appointment at 1:15 in the afternoon. So we should be fine.
Okay, cool. I just got the woman gave me permission. So
The woman gave you permission, huh?
yeah.
Hold on. There is another thing as well. Now the 7th of August, which is what day? Oh, that's
Monday.
That's a fair distance off, actually.
3 weeks.
Yeah, cool. We should be on next week.
Cool.
I have to renew Rego and get my car checked, but I can do that another time. But on next week, but we have to finish basically now, like at this time next week, which is
Yep.
fine anyway. That's thinks it's to be gone anyway. So
Cool.
There is a possibility that, a very loose possibility that I might not be able to make it next week, but I'll let you know if something happens. It's a possibility, but it might not happen. So.
okie dokie.
Already. Well,
Ready?
I'll talk to you guys later. I have to go.
Thank you.
I have to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for
peace
play.
out.
Have been fun.
I
Thank you.
also have to go. Bye.
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 Moving this little flag off ballot sheet. Thank you for play, Sol.
Thank you for DM, even though
Good.
I'm glad I could come even though I'm still injured.
Yay. Well, you don't need to do much.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's just D&D. I don't need to do much to play that kind of game.
So you injured your shoulder falling on your hand?
No, I broke my elbow falling on my hand.
Broke your elbow falling on your hand. Ooh, is it just the elbow?
Yes.
Oh, you're lucky.
My knee, there's like a patch of blood because it grinded it up against the ground, but
Ooh.
it's not as bad. It's
But you
at the
fell on your
least.
hand.
Yeah, hand and knee.
Oh, it fell on your hand. Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, my hand's really scratched up too.
You're lucky. At my work, that's called a foosh injury. FOOSH.
The fuck?
Fall on outstretched hand.
Ah,
It can break bones in the hand, or the wrist, or the forearm, or the elbow, or in really bad cases the shoulder.
yeah, I definitely like. I don't think it was fully outstretched though. I think it was like,
It's in general falling on the hand.
yeah, okay.
You're lucky you didn't get the really really bad injury out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is?
Ooh,
It's called a spiral fracture.
yeah, I don't have that, thankfully.
What that is the break isn't in the elbow or the wrist. It's from the wrist to the elbow, fractures that spiral all the way up the forearm.
Oof. Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad.
In order to fix that, they basically need to put metal plates all the way along the forearm.
Ah, no, don't. I'm already not want. I'm really hoping I don't need fucking surgery. I'm hoping they can fix it as is. Because I am not looking forward to surgery again.
Just have painkillers, you'll be fine.
I've been taking dual action acetaminophen.
You should have a band-aid.
That's on my knee.
Put a band-aid on the elbow, that'll fix it.
Yeah, that's not how that works. There's a band-aid on my other elbow because there was a bit of skin missing there.
Ew.
I
The
think
lesson is, you shouldn't ride a scooter. You should drive a car. Car though, get a car.
no.
Actually, don't. The drivers in the US are really bad. Probably.
But yeah, like on the topic of D&D, yeah, level 13 proficiency was probably the most interesting
Yep.
thing because I got
Yep.
a second indomitable use. Yay!
Yep. Well,
It's not really that amazing.
mm,
I'm
Yeah.
really just waiting for next level where I can
ability.
get another ability score improvement, grab tough, grab a bunch of HP, which
Button.
14th level, how much HP would that be?
For tough feet,
Yeah, I know it's like double your level.
it's so at 14th level you would get 28 hit points.
Yes. I am currently at 139. I would get 28 and then add an extra 10 from the level up. So 177 HP.
Ooh, just in time for you to fight a dragon, eh?
Yeah. Well, no. Unless we will level up before then.
Oh, that's true. You can die before that. That's fine. Ooh, level 15's really good for you. You get Ferocious Charger.
Yes.
Move 10 feet. Move 10 feet in the line. Attack creature. Hit it with an attack. They must make a strength save. Or be knocked prone. Ooh.
It's pretty good. And
You,
then
you know what's cool about that?
huh?
The creature's size does not matter.
Yeah.
You could knock down its rat.
I could knock down a dragon out of the sky.
Mm.
Because they go prone.
You good?
Also, level 16 is when I'm going to put another 2 points into Dex. So, because I have that extra max
Point.
Dex
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
So then my
Yep.
AC will go up again.
Yep.
It'll also improve my Dex save, which will be helpful.
Mm. Oh boy. Okay.
Let's see, what's at 17?
Action surge, 2 uses.
Oh yeah. And Indomitable 3 uses. Yay.
Oh, and you also get minus 100 hit points. Level 17.
And then 18th is another the martial archetype that I'm waiting for. 19th is an ability score improvement that I don't know what I'll put it into, honestly. Because I'll have 3 stats at 18.
Oh, I know what you can get.
What?
Feet.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I just don't know what feat. I have so many feats. And I'm training feats, too.
You could get.
Like, the main one that I'm working on right now is Mage Slayer. That's the one I'm working on, right?
You can get the chef feat.
No, stop. She, like we have it marked down that she's working on Mage Slayer, right?
Yes, Mage Slayer.
Okay, good, because that is going to be a big one, especially against dragons that can spell cast.
Archie is training Resilient Con. Tykane's on Mountain Combatant. You're on Mage Slayer.
Mm-hmm. What's Thanrea up to?
Nothing yet.
Hmm.
I do have here that David is training Acrobatics with Scarlet.
Oh, yeah, nice. Forgot about that.
Pretty good on that.
Well, and then after Mage Slayer, should probably try to learn something from the Order. And some like another fighter thing.
Yeah, like if you pick anything from almost any of the fighter archetypes, they could teach that. So
Yeah.
like, you wanted to get like, there is a feat for that. Was it Fighting Initiate? No, not Fighting Initiate. Martial Adept.
Yeah,
You could
Martial
probably learn
Adept.
that from the Order. You could probably learn that one. Yeah, Martial Adept or the Fighting Initiate. You could get into the fighting stuff as well, potentially.
What if I wanted to get something from the Banneret subclass?
Is that in the fighter?
That is a fighter subclass. It's called the Purple Dragon
Right.
Knight.
Oh, right. Cool.
It's the weakest subclass in fighter.
Let's have a look. See. Okay. Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
What do you mean?
Like which part of the Banneret?
Just subclass features. I don't know.
Well, let me look here.
Because they're all.
The Rallying Cry is a cool one.
Yeah.
Choose 3 creatures of 60 feet that are allied with you. When you second wind, they regain hit points as well.
Yep. And then Royal Envoy doesn't really matter to me. Inspiring Surge, whenever I use Action Surge, choose one creature that is allied. That creature can make a melee range attack with its reaction. And then at 18th, they can choose 2 allies rather than 1. Bulwark, extend the benefit of Indomitable to an ally. When you decide to use Indomitable to re-roll, you can choose 1 ally within 60 feet of you that also failed its saving throw,
Oh, that'd be useful.
and they can re-roll it. And then the last one, yeah.
So because these are... It's a Dragon Knight thing. Well, it won't necessarily be from a Dragon Knight. You could certainly learn this from people.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just like looking at this one because it's like the weakest subclass, and you'd probably be more willing to like give me like a few of these features or maybe a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Rallying
I could
Cry,
just-
Surge, and Bulwark are the main ones.
Yeah, so the Barbarian cross-fighted guy, the Goliath in the order. He has part of his Barbarian thing is he can do a battle cry and help people. You
Yeah,
can certainly learn from that to get Rallying Cry.
yeah. I'm not really too interested in Inspiring Surge. It's okay in my opinion, but it uses their reaction, so I'm not really too worked up about that one. I'm more interested in Bulwark, so I can give my allies Indomitable.
Yes. That can be flavored in.
Because that would be cool.
Yeah. They can flavor that in. What I will say, you can't learn Bulwark until you're level 15.
Oh yeah. I know. I expected as much.
But certainly we can. But are you ready to go Womp Dragon fighting?
Womp womp.
No, stop. Because the dragon's in a swamp.
No, Womp Womp is a thing from a VTuber. I swear I heard you say Womp, and I was like,
No.
Womp Womp.
Swamp. Also, you can summon Yank whenever you want to. Yay!
Yay.
Do I have one here? I think I have one here. Yeah, I had one somewhere. There he is. Hello, Boop. Yank the Destroyer. He pokes you.
Pokes back with sword. Stab.
Poke. Why would you kill Yank the Destroyer? He's a friend.
For now.
Did you not read the thing for it?
No, I read it.
He is your friend. For an hour, he will follow commands with that question and will remain for an hour before returning to the abyss.
Yup.
He's a friend. He's a friendly Garisto.
Fuck. Drop my phone. Alright, well, thank you for game. I will see you next
Hey.
week.
Yay! See you next week. See you, bye.
See you.
Oh!
What?
Oh! Oh! Bye.
Bye.
Oh! Oh!
Bye. Due to injuries, as I was just talking about, and I've said on Twitter and multiple servers, I will not be doing too much streaming until I can use my right arm better. But I will be trying to do certain streams before certain events end, like when the Firelight casts from Arknights. as an example. Also, Yulon being released on Tower of Fantasy. I'll be doing gacha rolling for that. And then Snowbreak is on the 20th when it releases. So hopefully I'll be good to go to do that on the 20th. But unknown. I will probably try my best, if anything. Until then, I'll see you. Have a nice